Hey, I want to talk about sack lunches. And I'm not talking about sack lunches for kids. I want to talk about sack lunches for adults because a lot of adults need to pack their lunches as well. So, packing lunches can be a difficult task to tackle during the week. And menu planning and meal prepping, those are great tools, but sometimes we get really busy and that meal prepping just doesn't happen. And when that doesn't happen, it's real easy to get into the habit of eating out, which can be expensive and really rack up the calories. So packing your own lunches can help you to save money and eat healthier. Now, we all get tired of eating the same old sandwiches in our lunches, so I'm hoping today to give you some ideas so that you can get a little bit of variety into your packed lunches. I think the biggest hurdle that we need to cross when packing lunches is just coming up with ideas, getting a variety in, and finding foods that can easily be packed and that will stay fresh until lunch. Leftovers and soups, and those are always great options for lunches. But we don't always have access to something to warm our lunches up, especially for those of us who are working and who are on the go and out of the office during the day. So I'm going to stick to just giving you ideas for cold lunches today. So first of all, we want lunch that tastes good, we want a lunch that's healthy, and we want a lunch that's filling. We don't want to get hungry a couple hours after we've eaten our lunch. So in order to do that, we want to make sure that we're getting as many food groups as we can into our lunches. Wraps are a great alternative to sandwiches, and you can get real creative with your wraps. One of my favorite kind of wraps to make is to just take some leftover chicken and a tortilla shell, put that chicken in the shell, drizzle some low-fat ranch dressing over that, throw some cheese and vegetables in it, maybe some bacon if I have it on hand, and wrap it up and throw it in my lunch. You can use any type of leftover meat, you can use different types of cheese, you can throw in all sorts of vegetables, or maybe just even do a veggie and cheese wrap, drizzle some low-fat mayo or dressings over that. All sorts of things that you can do with wraps. Tuna, chicken, and egg salads are also a great option for lunch. Those are salads that can just be eaten alone, or you can put them in a wrap or on bread. You can also pack along some crackers or tortilla chips to eat those salads with. You can even stuff them in a pepper or a tomato. So those are great options. Salads are always a great option for lunch, and salads can easily be packed into containers or even in jars. If you want to pack your salad in a jar, it's recommended that you put your dressing on the bottom, and then you add your crisper type foods. So those would be like carrots, broccoli, celery, cauliflower, foods that aren't going to get soggy very quickly in that dressing. And then you can add in your lettuce greens. And then you want to throw in some kind of protein. And so I've got cubed ham in this one. You can use any kind of leftover meat that you chop up, or you can use hard-boiled eggs or beans or even nuts and seeds. So a lot of different options for some protein in there. And then of course you want to throw in some more vegetables. I've got some fresh cucumbers and tomatoes out of the garden in here. And then I've thrown some cheese on top. You can use shredded or cubed cheese. And then you can top it off with some croutons or breadcrumbs, whatever you have on hand. And you've got a salad that's filling, it's healthy, it's delicious. You can also easily pack salads in a container and just put the dressing in a separate little container to add to it when you're ready to eat. If you want to make several of these in advance and you're worrying about your stuff getting soggy with that dressing in there, you can always make your salad ahead of time and then throw the dressing into a container. And yogurt parfaits are also a great option. So this one just has some low-fat vanilla yogurt in it. I've got some blackberries and then some granola on the top. So I've got 3 different food groups right here in this jar. And you can also pack these just in a regular container as well. I like to throw these in for lunch with a baggie of raw vegetables, usually just like carrots and celery, to make just a filling and healthy lunch. Pasta salads and bean salads are also a great option for lunch. You can just take some pasta or leftover pasta salad and really buff it up by adding some protein to it. Again, leftover meat, you can add to it cooked chicken, cooked ham that's left over. You can add hard-boiled eggs or beans, whatever you have on hand. And then you can throw in some extra vegetables. I really like to add cucumbers, tomatoes. Sometimes I'll add some avocado or artichokes or olives to my pasta salad. throw in a little shredded or cubed cheese, and you've got a delicious lunch. Bean salads are great as well. The Sensible Nutrition Cookbook has a Western vegetable salad that's got some beans in it, it's got some vegetables in it. I like to throw a little cubed cheese in it, and then I pack it along, usually in my divided container. I'll put the bean salad on this side, and then usually just some tortilla chips in this side to eat it with. That makes a great lunch. Fresh fruit and vegetables are always a great thing to throw into your lunches. The Sensible Nutrition Cookbook has some great recipes for dips. A couple of my favorites are the peanut butter yogurt dip, which is just equal parts peanut butter and low-fat vanilla yogurt. You mix that up, and I put it in little containers, and I love to eat it with apples, bananas, carrots, and celery. We also have a cottage cheese vegetable dip, where you take low-fat cottage cheese, you stick it in a blender with some ranch seasoning, you blend it till smooth, and that makes a great dip to have with just about any type of raw vegetable. So one of the things that I highly recommend if you're packing lunches is to have a stash of these reusable divided containers, have a bunch of these smaller containers, and even some jars. These make it really nice to pack your lunches in. I really like these divided containers because I can put like salads on one side and maybe a grain like my whole grain crackers or tortilla chips on the other side and keep things from getting soggy. These little containers are great for dressings and dips. I even like to put trail mix or granola. I'll put in these sometimes if it's going to be a while till lunch and I don't want my granola getting soggy in my parfait. I'll take along in one of these little containers. Jars are always great for, again, packing like salads and parfaits in. And finally, you want to make sure that you're keeping your cold lunch cold. So you want to make sure you have a couple of ice packs, maybe like these, at home. Make sure to remember to take them out of your lunchbox when you get home and put them in the freezer so that you can use them the next day. If your household is like mine and these tend to disappear, these water bottles work great in a pinch. Sometimes if I can't locate any of my ice packs, I'll just throw a water bottle in the freezer the night before, and then I'll throw this in with my lunch. It does help to keep it cold until lunchtime. So I hope that gives you some ideas for your adult lunches.